Hi, Dr. Roseann here, and today we're going to talk about the neuroscience of stress. I'm a pediatric and mental health expert who's on a mission to change the way we view and treat children's mental health. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so you get my videos every week. Let's dive in. So we can't talk about the neuroscience of stress without talking about a fancy word, psychoimmunology. And what is psychoimmunology? It's the study of the interplay between stress and its effect on the body. And it's a whole field that looks at all the different ways that stress impacts all of our systems in our body, from our brain to our cardiovascular system, to our muscles. One of the biggest ways that stress affects our brain and body is chronic stress affects our immune system. And we've had a dramatic rise in autoimmune diseases due to chronic stress. And why does that happen? It happens because of stress hyperactivation of the nervous system. We can't live in a chronic stress state. Our body will wear out. Just like you can't keep the same tires on your car that when you bought it, because wear and tear starts to happen. And if we're not taking care of our system by lowering our stress, there's going to be effect on our brain and our body. So let's talk about what happens to our system under chronic stress states. So if we think of the nervous system as having sort of a baseline and a maximum capacity, which I often talk about, what happens is this is our calm state, which is called a parasympathetic dominant state, and this is our sympathetic dominant state. And we really want to have a baseline that's really relaxed and calm so that when a real stressor happens, like you're walking out into the street and somebody almost runs you over, your nervous system has an ability to shoot up. All your resources in your body will go to protect you, but then it can relax and get back into that parasympathetic state once you realize the danger is over. But what's happening is chronic stress is pushing and pushing and pushing this stress hyperactivation and causing our nervous system to be in this activated state. And what you may have heard about is something called fight, flight, or freeze. Our nervous system, when it's in a stress activation state, when a new stressor comes in, whether it's real, imagined, negative, or positive, our body knows no difference between those things. It's going to react always as that it's a stressor. When that comes in and we're already activated, we don't have a lot of wiggle room. And it means our brain or body is going to go offline and go into a fight, flight, or freeze mode. And you may recognize that in your child or a teenager that you're working with, that they're always activated. Everything bothers them, from their socks bothering them to different sounds, or if they're just so resistant to communication, they pull away because their nervous system is so stress hyperactivated. When I work with kids and teens and families, I always explain to them the nervous system and how we can't live in this hyper stress state. What happens to us behaviorally, fight, flight, or freeze, when we're always so super activated. And there's a lot more behind it. But all of our resources in our body prepare for war, including our immune system, our hormone system, our focus. Everything gets diverted to these stressors. And people don't make decisions well because guess what? Your frontal lobe shut down and you're physiologically not capable of making those same choices. So you say, well, I'm in this chronic stress state. What do I do? Well, guess what? There's a lot you can do. So Dr. Rowe is assuming that just because you're in a stress state, that your brain and body are going to be operating fine. That is a big no. None of us are immune from chronic stress, and there will be effect on the brain or body. So what's my Dr. Rowe go? My Dr. Rowe go is taking time every single day, at least 10 minutes a day, to power down your brain and your body so that your nervous system can reset and go into that parasympathetic dominant state. So what are some things you can do? Let's start with some easy things. So number one, breath work. I talk about breath work all the time, doing a 4-7-8 breath, and I would encourage you to intently breathe at least 3 times a day and doing 3 reps. And what's a 4-7-8 breath? It's in for 4 seconds, holding for 7 seconds, and out for 8. You want to really do this to get your nervous system into that parasympathetic calm state. You know, our brain can't be on all the time and it needs some downtime. And with so much coming at our kids today and just not disconnecting from our devices, our brain and bodies just don't get a chance to calm down. You can also do meditation, super evidence-based. Research says 40 days of meditation of 10 minutes or more actually rewires the brain. And for those of us that meditate, know that it really improves your thinking as well as calms you down. I'm a big fan of neurofeedback and biofeedback. These are amazing tools to regulate the nervous system. I use them every day, as well as something called PEMF. I'm a big fan of. Yoga is also helpful. Moving meditation is really helpful, but you need to take time every day to relax your brain and body so that you can think better, your mood will be improved, and you're just going to be more happy because we need to calm our system down. So remember, if you or a child you care about is struggling, it's going to be okay. I am here to show you how to help kids and teens feel calm, alert, and just good about themselves. I want to hear how you are managing stress, so drop it in the comments. Catch you on the next episode, and remember to subscribe to the Dr. Roseann channel, where we talk about natural and effective ways to reduce and reverse children's mental health.